I am an American learning to cook British food, and today's recipe is Stargazy Pie. And would anyone from Cornwall like to explain this one to me? What a weird recipe. Luckily, I like it weird, so let's have some fun. There are two recipes I was able to find in my cookbooks. One with this from this book, Traditional Recipes of the British Isles, from the 1950s. From what I understand, rationing was still in effect when this cookbook was published, and the Stargazy Pie recipe in here is a bit odd. It reads more like a Stargazy quiche because it is just the fish and like eggs mixed with cream or tarragon vinegar, which seems bizarre, in a not even a full pie shell, just on a bed of breadcrumbs with a crust on top. So it's kind of an odd recipe. I might make it sometime, but I don't think I could get by with this one without people rioting in the comments. So I'm sticking to the British cookbook because it's going to give me the full-on Stargazy Pie recipe. And I did have to do a little bit of searching to find the fish for this one. I ordered these sardines from Fulton Fish Market in New York, which is the 200-year-old fishmonger, and they came frozen. But here in Chicago, any ocean fish is going to come frozen. We're pretty far inland, so fresh seafood is not really an option. But I didn't realize I didn't order nearly enough for this recipe. It takes a lot of fish. So luckily, I have them stuck in a bag because they are stanky. I was at the grocery store yesterday and I found, they stink. I mean, not terrible, but they smell like fish, so they probably aren't going to be as good as these, but I don't know. I found some sardines. So here we are, a lot of sardines. I hope I have enough. God help me. Let's look at this recipe and see where we go from here. This pie is still widely made in the small Cornish fishing port of Mousehole, where locals celebrate Tom Bawcock, a mythical fisherman who risked his life to bring a haul of pilchards into port amidst a raging storm. Okay, so there's a little bit of mythology here. Apparently it's still served as a tradition in Mousehole. I've already got two quantities of short crust pastry made, chilling out. I've made that plenty of times. It's not worth wasting screen time on making it. 12 sardines, boned but leave their heads on. It says ask the fishmonger to do this for you. It wasn't really an option for me, so I need 12 of these things. I have no idea what I'm doing here with these, but it's time to learn something new, right? That's the point of this adventure. So from what I understand, I'll have to scale them. I will have to gut them. I will have to remove the spine, and I will have to clean the head a little bit, or rinse out the inside of the head. So for scaling them, I just went under cold running water, took the dull back of a knife, and from the tail towards the head, pulled and just gently scraped all the little scales off. It was kind of gross, but I got over it. Maybe I'm not as freaked out by fish as I thought I was. The ones from the Fulton Fish Market that I ordered all the way from New York City seemed like a better quality fish, but they were exponentially more expensive than the ones I just bought for a few bucks in this local market. So kind of makes sense. So now what I need to do is slit the belly and take the guts out, basically. All right, so this is just gonna be kind of slow and gross, I guess. I'm not gonna subject you to this whole gutting process. I'll be back when I'm done with it. I finished cleaning the fish and I noticed something. The ones I bought all the way from New York that were expensive, they smell fresh and clean, and they were easy to gut. Everything came out nice and smooth. It wasn't so gross. The ones I bought from the grocery store stank like stinky fish, and gutting them, it was just mush, and their skin was kind of mush, and I don't know much about fish. My first time cleaning them and whatnot, but I think I learned my lesson about fresh fish. So I sealed all of the ones up from the grocery store. I just sealed them up in a little bag and away they go. I'm not going to use them. I would rather just use the sardines that I have that I trust, so I can make a pie that I want to eat, rather than one that's filled with gross fish. It's already weird enough with the head sticking out. I don't need to make it even worse. So now what I need to do is try to figure out how to remove the spine. From what I understand, I need to find the spinal cord, sort of butterfly the fish open. Okay, I can find the spine there. Just below the head. Just snip it. Okay. Get a hold of it and pull it out. Okay, that wasn't so hard. So I just need to do one last thorough rinse of the heads inside and out under cold running water, just to get them nice and clean so there's no bitterness from what I understand. And then it's time to make the pie, thank God. I have 2 eggs hard boiling over there. So just boiling away in some water. Oh, I need to, I guess before I go, I need to cut up this Pollack into little chunks. Let's hope it doesn't smell like the sardines did. My main experience with fish has been eating deep fried lake fish. Growing up in Oklahoma, catfish was really popular. I have family members who noodle. I don't know if you know what noodling is. Noodling. But they just go into the creeks and they just like use their arm as like bait and they catch a whole big old catfish on their arm. Look like insanity to me, but I have close family members who do it. All right, let's assemble this filling. So I have 2 cups of fresh breadcrumbs, 3/4 of a stick of melted butter, 2/3 a cup of bacon chopped, and I'm using Danish bacon for this. 1 onion chopped. I'm gonna add some thyme, and I need the zest of 1 lemon. I don't know if the mic is picking up the sound of the airplanes overhead or not, but it's a beautiful spring day. I have the windows open. Need a little bit of salt and pepper in this. Now I need to roll out the short crust pastry. That's always cathartic. I am going to attempt to make this in this big old springform pan. So now, boop, now we're getting to the magic of the situation. Where is this? Let me fix my mic. How did this happen? I'm going to take these fish and arrange them around the center here. This is, I want them sticking out the edge. Oh, this is a little bit deep for trying this, I think. All right, let's pivot. That's gonna be too deep to arrange the fish properly. So let's take this out and try to do a crust transplant here. Opa. There we go. Okay, that was relatively painless to get this crust in the right way. Maybe I'll leave this overhang so that there's something to crimp onto with the top of it. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the heads and the tails sticking out, so I'm just taking the tails off. Seems like the best move here. Okay, I have a layer of fish here. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of salt directly on the fish. It says to stuff each fish with a little bit of the filling, but I have my fish splayed out whole, like flat, because they've been fully cleaned and everything. So I think I can skip stuffing them and just add the filling. Maybe what I want to do is do a layer of the stuffing on the bottom, because after that it's getting mixed with the filling. Now I have 2 potatoes that have been cut up and little square chunks. They've oxidized, but they're going to bake in the pie. It's not going to matter. I'm putting the 2 hard-boiled eggs in with those potatoes. Got 3.5 tablespoons of heavy cream going in here. I've got the haddock pieces that I cut up, and now I need 3.5 tablespoons of a cider. So I found this one. It is Samuel Smith, product of the UK. So I wanted to make sure I got a British cider. American ciders tend to be really sweet. So I wanted to make sure I got a proper British one. It's got a very like ye olde 19th century sort of aesthetic to it. So So 3.5 tablespoons of this going in there. And let's give it a taste. Okay, that's pretty nice. It is a little bit sweeter than some other British ciders I've tried, but it's not as sweet as American ciders. Combining it with this remaining filling, there's no way this is all going to fit into this pie. Something's a bit off about the proportions of this recipe. But let's go ahead and fill it. See what we can do here. I'm just going to use my hands to hell with it. I need to pull these fish up a little bit further so their heads are really sticking out. There we go. Okay, I have a lot of extra filling here. I am going to bake this in a separate casserole dish. The oven is preheating, and I've got to roll out the top crust for this pie. Just moving this to this casserole dish. Never gets old. I love the fishes because they're so delicious. Gone gold fishing. Gone gold fishing. And I am just sort of smashing this edge together, trying to use it to help prop up the fish heads. I've never been good at making like really proper decorative pies or anything like that, but I can make them look decent, rustic. I'm going to do a vent right in the middle. Yeah, I really didn't need all of those sardines. I really think I made the right call tossing out all those ones from the grocery store. They were rank. All right. This goes in the refrigerator to chill out for 20 minutes. And I'm going to clean up this mess. Okie dokie. The pie has been hanging out in the icebox for 20 minutes. And I egg washed before I went in there. I'm going to give it another egg wash just so we got a nice deep color on it. I heated the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Put a baking sheet in there to get hot. Then I'm going to take this and stick it on there. And that cooks for 20 minutes, and then I will turn the temperature down to 325 degrees Fahrenheit and cook it for another 45 minutes. That's over an hour in the oven after sitting for 20 minutes in the icebox, and afterwards it's gonna have to sit again, so it's not a quick pie. So I need a snack. Let's see what I got. All right, I'm getting a little bit thin on British snacks. I did try the cider today, but I wanted to try something else. I have McVitie's Jaffa cakes, and I have Pollack's caramel wafer biscuits. I'm trying to say the I pronounce it caramel, but I know there's additional A, so I'm trying to say the caramel. Let's go with the Jaffa cakes. Chocolate on top, sponge on the bottom, and that tangy orangey bit in the middle. Okay. It's calling it sponge, which I'm guessing is a cake instead of a cookie. Well, these look weird. They look like Nilla wafers with chocolate on them, actually. Let's see. Oh, it does smell vaguely orange. It smells like cake. Or like what does it smell like? Let's give it a try. It's got a nice artificial orange flavor to it. I like them a lot. Yeah, wow. I definitely like these. I could easily go through this whole packet of them. But as far as I would call it a cookie, whatever you want to call this, a cake, or I guess it's a cake. Well, sweet treats, this is up my alley. I like it quite a bit. Decent. Now I just gotta wait till that's cooked. Okay, here we go. This has been 20 minutes plus 45 minutes, so an hour and 5 minutes. And I think it's baked through. What I have now is just shy of half a cup of fish stock that I brought to a boil, and I'm going to pour it into the pie through the vent. And at this point, I believe I have to let it set for another 20 minutes. This is not a pie for when you're in a rush. Let me double check that. Remove the pie from the oven and pour the hot stock into the pie through the steam hole. Leave to soak into the filling for 20 minutes before serving. So another 20 minutes and we're done, but It's got the look. It's got the look. I think it looks quite nice. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm interested to see how it tastes because it does smell. It smells nice, but there's a little fishy smelling. Not as bad as that fish from earlier that I threw out. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Pearl, what are you doing? You're hiding under the blanket? What are you doing under there? Just relaxing? Is it comfy? All right, I'll leave you be. And there we go, Stargazy Pie. I can't believe I actually made it, and I can't believe I'm actually about to eat it. I added some fresh parsley into the mouths of the little fish, and some in the center just to try to zhuzh it up a bit, and make it look a little bit prettier. Oh, what did I do with the... I forgot to cook the filling, the separate casserole. Completely forgot about it till just this second. All right, well, I've got more filling to cook some other time, I guess. Completely forgot about it. Okay, let's give myself a slice of this, a piece of this. Okay, let's lift this thing out. Okay, well, the filling holds together fairly well. That's surprising. All right, definitely one of the oddest things I've ever seen, and very much the stereotype of British food with the fish head sticking out. I don't know what to do with it. Do I just remove that? It will perhaps be a little bit easier to eat without the fish head staring at me. It smells mildly fishy. Makes sense, there is Pollack in the filling, and there's whole sardines, obviously. All right. I don't think there was any sauce or anything meant to be served with it. Oh, it's got a nice lemony smell. Maybe I should get a lemon wedge. So I've got a bite with some of the crust, the filling, and I got a piece of the sardine that's layered on the bottom. So cheers. I don't know if it was worth all that work. Let me get some salt. Maybe a little bit of extra salt will help bang up the flavor. Let me see if that helps. The salt made it taste more lemony. Oh, maybe a lemon wedge. It's not a good sign when I'm already experimenting with things to add to it. I don't know. I got a big bite of fishiness from the sardines. I don't know, parts of it are inoffensive, parts of it are too much fishiness for me. From the sardines, I don't know. Really tried to give it my best shot. I was really giving it a good shot, but it's making me a little bit nauseous, if I'm being honest. This is so stupid. What am I doing with my life? It's the snack that smiles back. Stargazy Pie, everyone. I got to give it a rating out of 10. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of work, a lot of weight. The flavor is either non-existent, just sort of blah, mellow nothingness, or it's an unpleasant fishiness. It's those two extremes. There's no really good part to balance out the unpleasant part. I don't know. I don't love sardines to begin with, so I don't know where I thought I was going with this. What am I going to rank it out of 10? Jeez, I'm trying to be polite. You know what? No, I don't think anybody makes this in earnest. I think it's just like an occasional celebration or a novelty sort of dish. If somebody makes this in earnest and enjoys it, please let me know. Please let me know. And please don't be offended when I rank it a 1 out of 10. Trying to be polite here, but man, I don't like it. It was too much work and it doesn't taste good. At its best, it's a taste of nothing. At its worst, it made me sick to my stomach. It's continuing to make me sick to my stomach. That's all that I have for today. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps more than you can know. If you have not already and you would like to, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the future. And what am I going to do with this? You discovered the pie pearl? Smell like fish. Well, I don't think you need to eat it. It's got onion in there. But the fishy smell. All right. It's not for you. There's onion in it.